Playtime is over, motherfuckers.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Kirk Valentino. Y'all are guests on the show. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's up? I'm QB, represent Culturalist Theory. I'm Jane Q Public on all socials.
What's happening, man? It's your man CJ Williams, Animal_Brown on socials.
Boom. Well, thank y'all for coming. I want to just say I appreciate y'all for coming. My beautiful co-host Falange is on her way. She late as fuck. But it's okay. She'll be here in a few. But I want to thank y'all again for coming.
For sure.
So I just found out both of y'all are Aries.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we are. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, because you have very good vocabulary. Did you go to private school?
No, I didn't go to private school.
Where are you from?
I'm from College Park.
Oh, you're from out here.
I'm from Atlanta.
Oh my
specifically
God.
College Park.
What the fuck?
Unicorn status.
Oh, we found a Atlanta native here.
Yeah,
You from College Park?
I am.
Is that like the trenches?
It can be because I just came out the trenches on my way here.
Yeah.
Little hood right hit my
it's
car on the way here.
You know, we in the trenches right now. The studio. I like when the guests come and they're a little confused in the beginning and they walk in and they're like, oh, okay.
Oh no, you ain't gonna catch me.
Okay, so I hear your accent. I was trying to figure out where you from, but I can't
Take
put
a
my
guess.
finger
What
on
do you
it.
think? South, north, east, west,
What do you
Midwest? Was it that hard?
Yes.
It sounds really fucking familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
It's Nashville. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say? Oh, Texas.
Okay. South. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have Nashville.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't put my finger on it because your accent is not too heavy.
Right. Okay, good.
So it's like I hear a little something, but okay, boom.
Tell him your corporate voice. Give him your
I ain't got
sorry
one
to
now.
bother you.
Right.
Come on, code switch. All right, so Falange just say she's here, so she'll come in. All right, boom. So
Private school. That's hilarious.
So
Funny, I went to private school. That's what's fun.
you went to
What?
private school?
K through 5th grade, yeah.
Did I know
Does that
this?
really count?
Does that count? I don't know.
This is very,
So-
foundational years.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a kid.
So what did I was gonna say, why did you transition from private to regular school?
Because my parents got divorced. We couldn't afford it no more.
Oh,
So it was like, yeah.
see, that's
That
why
was
you
for a while
don't
it
break up
lasted.
the black.
Trauma.
This is why you don't break up the black power family dynamic.
I agree.
Is that why?
Yes, that's one reason.
So they can pay for good education. Okay, well, y'all have a show.
Yes, we do.
No doubt.
It's called Culturally
Well, almost.
Almost there.
Culturalist Theory.
Bingo.
Yes.
Where did this name come from? You created it? I knew you made that shit.
That was her.
What?
I knew you made that complicated ass name.
Is it complicated? Because
It's really
it sounds
fucking
pretty
hard.
basic to me. You have culture. You have lists.
But you have the good vocabulary.
You have theory.
Bingo.
Well, it was the SAT prep, so I did do pretty well.
I could tell. Just good vocab.
Anyway, so let
Got
me
away
tell
with
you.
words.
Thank you.
So when
guys
it's
are
time
so
to
sweet.
cuss a bitch out, you gonna read them fulfill. And you an Aries, so I know how you giving it up. I love that for
mean,
you.
I tend to avoid conflict. I just don't have the time for it.
Okay, so boom, culturalist theory.
So we got the name. Culturalist theory comes from you want to talk about the scientific theory of it, but I'm going to talk about this basic. If you break down the name, is culture, black shit, as we like to say, is lists. So we do a lot of rankings and other creative type lists, and theory, which is our opinion, our perspective on said cultural icon or cultural product.
Facts. And culturalist theory is actually the scientific theory of how people interpret art. So we just flipped it on some black shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, because the theory part. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I had no idea that was a breakdown. Okay, so that makes sense on why it's so complicated.
For sure.
It was really hard for me to
layered.
I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's just me.
But people don't usually use the word culturalist like
I think that's
the
what
part
it
that's
is.
tricky.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
list
yeah.
part.
Facts.
Okay, so how did y'all meet?
At work.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Oh,
it
where did-
2013?
It was before that. It was like 2011.
Yeah.
It's like 2011. We're working at a call center.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's what me and my co-host met at the call center.
Damn.
Call center shouty.
Wow. So y'all met and y'all just said, "Oh my God, we should start a show." Whose idea was it?
Whose idea was the
It's-
show?
Well, it took
The show.
years. We just started a show 2 years ago, and we've known each other for
Yeah.
hellas.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, but we always wanted to kind of do something creative together, though.
Exactly. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, I think between the creative project that we were doing solo or with other people, we saw a lot of similarities. Like, man, we should just do something together. And this was one of the projects that like really made sense for us with our love for music, love for different cultural stuff, TV, film, all of the above. And it just made sense for us to do it together.
Boom. Hey, girl.
What's happening?
Hey,
You look good.
Mike.
welcome.
Can you get her mic? Oh, go ahead. Bring your mic over
Damn.
because he set you up before you got here.
Set you up to wet you up.
So, boom, y'all work together because that's our story. We used to work together
Yeah.
at a call center, and then we linked up, and then boom, boom, boom. They used to work at a call center, and they linked. Well, they said they were friends first.
For sure.
No,
So-
I mean, we were friends. I mean, you talking about before the call center?
Before the
Before the show, yeah.
Yeah.
So whose idea was the show?
Well, I mean, it was kind of a duo, but I had a concept, right? Way back in 2015. And I sent
Was it
this-
a podcast?
Well, nah, it was basically kind of what you see now with the channel. But I sent it to her to proofread. Shout out to that.
SAT prep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what you think about this script right here? And she was like, nah, that's cool, that's dope. And I never did anything with it. Fast forward, I brought it to some of my partners. They weren't really biting. So I was like, man, fuck this, something to do with myself. And so I was telling her about it, and she was like, yo, do you need some help?
I'll
And I was
jump in.
like, all right. And no one had ever
wow.
said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really
Yeah.
hear that often. Like, how often do
Yeah.
people offer help?
And me.
Yeah.
They don't. And mean it.
And
don't.
really, y'all really.
Exactly.
So y'all just did 1 million views.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
On a milli.
Oh yeah, we got our giveaway winner
Yeah, that was a little delayed. We hit that in like September.
too. Sometime 2023.
Yeah, late 2020. We just celebrated on our 2-year though in
Oh,
February,
and
and we because we wanted to do a giveaway.
Y'all have like a strong following. Like they're like paying attention.
For sure.
Like I was watching the live, and they're like very interactive and like stuff like that, and like even like I was reading the comments, like they're there, they're like
they in the
paying
building.
attention, like
Yeah.
they in the building.
Yeah.
How do you think you built to that aspect though? Like, how do you think that you got to an audience that grasps towards you or is very vocal with you?
I got an
Because
idea.
that definitely has a lot of interactions on your channel too.
For sure. I think it was by speaking to people speaking to an audience that doesn't feel like they're being catered to, in my opinion. That was kind of the genesis of the channel. So when we do videos like No Limit Records, albums ranked, like there's a huge fan base from my age group, from back in the day, 80s babies, that are into that, but there's not a lot of content on it. So when somebody sees that, they're like, oh shit, like that's something, he probably somebody I would have kicked it with or whatever the case may be. They can relate.
Right.
And so they jump in and, they throw their opinion out there, or throw how they feel about the channel. But it's a lot of love, but some people disagree. It's a lot of disagreements too. But so that's another thing. You elicit a reaction. So if you put some type of content that elicits a reaction, whether positive or negative, then people will talk.
Yeah, there's always
Right.
going to be somebody who has something to say about any list. I mean, you talk about being underserved. I mean, one of the videos that we did that did really well was this Wu-Tang 90s solo albums. And it was like,
That's
okay,
super niche.
but people like flock to it
That
for whatever
Wu-Tang
reason.
audience is
Yeah, they out
heavy.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they let us have it.
They
But they
don't
follow
play.
too, though.
Yeah.
They'll let you have it and then ask for a request in the same comment.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the age difference. So you're in the 80s because you look young.
I appreciate that. I'm 41.
You're 41.
You do look young.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to say your exact age.
I mean, I'd like to get your guesses on camera.
I would say like 20.
Ooh.
Why you
Sorry,
making such noise?
my bad. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Hey, just blowing you up.
My bad.
Right?
Right,
So
right.
I would say like 27.
Okay. What you
I
got?
would just, same, like 27, 28.
27, 28. Look at me
That
in the
ain't bad.
building,
That ain't
flourishing. I'm 36. I'll be 37.
Ooh,
next month.
36.
I would have never guessed.
Lovely.
Y'all cut that out though.
Okay.
I love us.
Bleep
for
that
real.
out.
We got you. We edited that out. Okay, so all right. So the age difference is not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was like at least like a good 10 years.
No, but I think one of the things that is interesting about us sort of reading younger is that people in the comments will also comment on like, who are you to talk about this? And it's like,
Oh wow.
We
get that a
lot.
But the gag is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, so boom. How do y'all come up with the artists?
Man, it started with just going with who we knew best. So like we have an ultimate goal for the channel, but for right now it's music. We have goals to add more pillars of culture like TV, film, sneakers, and sports.
Oh yes, I can see that.
So, but
because
right
it's
now,
cultural.
bingo.
Yeah.
It's not just music.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
Can we get the air horn?
Look at that.
But yeah, we started with what we know best, which is music. And then, like I said, I grew up on certain acts. I'm from the South. So if you look at our early videos, there's a lot of Southern
Come on,
acts.
South with an F.
Absolutely. There's a lot of Southern acts. And so we started with what we know. And so before we can get writers and stuff to, contribute, it's like start what we know and just go from there.
That's exactly it. He does most of the hip hop videos. I'll do a lot of the R&B videos. So if you see our early stuff, it's got like Usher, Rihanna, Beyonce.
Yes.
Some of the biggest acts.
Those were the
of,
ones
like,
that I was really like.
exactly
looking
the
at.
last 20, at least 10 years. So, I started with people I knew who I catalogs I was very familiar with until, like you said, we could add other writers who can contribute their expertise and their knowledge. to it.
Yes, and I was gonna get to that. Y'all have writers
For sure.
Yeah.
that write the script, and then do y'all add y'all input into it, or
Yeah.
that's just their lane?
No.
Or it's a collaborative effort.
We'll add.
Yeah, we'll definitely add. Once they submit it, we'll proofread it, but also check it for quote unquote accuracy. No list is going to be 100% accurate, but there are some things that an overwhelming majority are going to expect to see in a number. Like you might know what the worst of somebody's catalog is, and you're going to have your favorites here and there, but it's also going to be like an overwhelming. This is probably the number one for most fans, and most people are going to expect to see that.
Are y'all reading a teleprompter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all in the big studios.
okay.
Oh, come on, budget.
It's just an extra screen, guys.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Wow.
it. But we got to get right. We had to get writers because we knew without that, our ceiling was low.
Yeah, because y'all be having little
Right.
jokes and stuff,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
like little wisecracks.
Got to.
So how are y'all translating that into dollars? Like, is this full time for you guys? Like, how is that?
It is for me
Yeah.
for now.
Okay, that's the goal, right?
Yeah. That's the big goal, and we want it full time for our contributors too. Like like the end game is for us is to be able to make careers out of things you would do as a hobby. So the people that help us write, like this, they love this shit. Like this
Yeah,
is
I can tell.
they live, breathe hip hop culture, all of that. So if we can get that, if they can have a career off of that, that's the goal.
Exactly. We want to be able to feed
the
feed more people than just ourselves. So luckily they rocking with us heavy and like from day one
That's good.
while we figure things
Y'all
out.
logo is giving me the vibes of like the old 106 and Park logo,
Bingo. Yeah.
and I love that. Like even though I'm young,
For sure.
well, quote unquote young, I'm 30, young, but I remember the Free and AJ era. Even though like when I
Is
was
that your favorite era?
no, but I do remember that was a very important time, and a lot of people stopped watching 106 and Park after they
For
left.
sure. That's a
Yes.
fact. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same.
wasn't
And
the
then they had like, okay, so when I was young, I had to been like second, third grade, and I used to have a babysitter, right? All the kids wanted to watch like
Those are real
SpongeBob and
things?
shit.
Yeah.
Make me feel old.
All the kids wanted to watch SpongeBob, bitch. I wanted to watch 106 and Park.
Yeah.
Like every day at 6 o'clock.
Exactly.
Yes.
Clockwork.
I wasn't playing 106 and Park. So I love that y'all had, because it's very nostalgic. I love that y'all have that logo. Because even after Free and AJ left, I think after a while they did away with that
switched it
logo
up.
too.
Yeah, they
switched
switched it up.
And it wasn't the same. Like you said, it didn't have the same vibe.
It wasn't
didn't
the
have the
same.
same feeling.
They didn't have the same chemistry either.
Exactly.
Like the new host that they brought on, like they tried, but it wasn't quite the same.
It was something missing. It was just a little dry.
The energy.
But my favorite era was Terrence and Roxy. That's just
They were
Okay,
solid.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were solid.
They were.
They were
they
solid.
held it down. But
So the end got a little rocky.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was about
they were
Weezy.
beefing.
Mr. 106 and Park.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, he took
I
over.
think at that point I was grown,
That
so I
was
wasn't
was
really
over.
paying attention.
It was over with after that.
But do y'all listen to podcasts and stuff like that? Y'all paying attention to what's going on in the culture?
Most of my podcasts are like productivity, business type podcasts. When I get cultural news is because I'm skimming through XM radio, baby.
Yeah.
Or Instagram.
Okay. Are you listening? You give me you know what you give me?
Talk to me.
B Dot and Elliot Wilson.
Yeah,
I
Rap
don't-
Radar.
You give me that.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you like them?
Yeah, they solid. I rock with them.
Are they still doing stuff
They
together?
are. Yeah.
Okay.
They'll do interviews. But I try not to consume too much content that's in the lane just so it doesn't spill over. The those thoughts don't spill over into something we write or something because it can do
it
that.
can subconsciously.
Bingo, without even really knowing it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to keep my opinions and stuff to
Authentic.
myself.
You're
Yeah,
like, oh, you're biting. It's like, oh man.
They'll eat you up in them comments
They
now.
will.
man, you jump in our comment section, it get
Like I heard this
Treacherous.
before.
exactly. it get dark. For real.
So I was looking for, maybe wasn't looking hard enough. I was looking for a Nicki list.
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
Y'all have it?
Not yet. Because see, here's the thing.
Oh,
we
the
tried to-
barbs?
Yeah,
The
they
barbs?
It's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, the Barbs should love it, but what he's about to get to is that we have a criteria for our list, and the artist has to have at least 5 studio albums, so 5 LPs. And this Pink Friday 2 was just her 5th.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
we're gonna get
before
started.
that,
okay.
before that,
That's
she only
the
had 4.
That's the criteria.
Right, you
Five
have at least
albums.
5. Otherwise, the list is very predictable. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
Okay.
so we
Do
try to
you-
keep it like that. Keep
Can
the
y'all
rules.
do top something Nicki Minaj features?
for
You
sure?
can do features, you can do songs, you can do
Singles,
videos.
Yeah.
This is just a request from me.
Oh
'cause
yeah, hell yeah. We
I'm a
got you.
barb, so like I would love to see like a countdown
As a
of
member of
like,
the Barb
yeah,
contingent.
you know what I
yes,
mean?
I'd
Like
love
just
to
go down
see-
the list of like, you know, all of her features, because she has, it's in the 3 digits how many features this lady
Yeah,
has.
no question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know what number 1 is, though.
What's that?
Monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's just
That's what I mean. So
predictable.
it's like, if you don't put Monster at number 1, then what do you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's where credibility come into play. See, we can't
Yeah.
hop on there and do a list like that and then something else be number 1. And it's like, oh, they don't know what they talking about. Like, it's a thin line between having a hot take or having an opinion versus you just don't know what the hell you
But
talking
I
about.
feel like I feel like people gonna feel like it's gonna be somebody that feels like that regardless.
Well, true.
There's always going to be one, but you don't want that to be overwhelming unless you're literally trolling. And
Right.
then, I mean, you
Do
could,
y'all ever
you could
do
make a troll channel.
things like that, like where y'all troll?
No, man,
That's not really y'all speed.
I ain't really, I don't really like it because that's what a lot of people complain about other lists, like what Rolling Stone do or what Complex do. They feel like they trolling it. They're either ignorant or they
Do y'all,
trolling.
okay,
it.
so
Exactly.
do y'all
Right.
think they're trolling?
I do. I think
Yeah.
they do for clicks. They'll do certain things.
Yeah.
Exactly, because like we were talking about with the comments, sometimes when it's negative or people always got their hot takes, then you are gonna get a little bit more pub because people
Exactly.
are reposting
There's
and
still
like
gonna be static.
exactly. So the static brings views, brings clicks, and so yeah, we try to keep it authentic. We try to keep it honest and objective as we can without being
No trolling.
yes, exactly.
But you don't have to troll to get comments, though. That's what people got to understand.
Also true.
Because there's always, like you just said, there's always going to be a clique of people that's going to disagree with anything. It doesn't matter. I can have a list of 50 albums. The last one, somebody going to think should be number 1.
Water is
You
wet.
know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Like,
god! Did you just say that?
So it's going to happen.
So do y'all get like love or like interactions from like artists that you've ranked their album, and do they reach out like, oh, I appreciate that, or what are y'all talking about, or anything like that?
Every
got
now,
one.
every now and then, like somebody it'll like catch wind and somebody will send us something, or we'll try to send it out and say, hey, you know, we did your list, like tell us what you think. But we did get a little bit of feedback. Shout out to DJ Money who told us that Raheem Devon saw our list, and
Oh, okay.
He was rocking with it, though.
exactly,
He said you were brutal, though.
Were you? I saw that countdown that you did too.
was I brutal or
He
was
said
I
you-
contributor brutal?
Right, that's true. Yeah,
What?
because somebody else did do that.
Right, but he, I mean,
But he showed love, though.
and he said what he said. So
Yeah.
Do y'all get okay? So that's another thing. If someone else is writing something and you're the one you got to take the heat for
yeah,
it.
we front it for sure. But that's why we read it, we proofread it,
Right.
I'm not gonna say I always agree 100% with what they write, but I do represent what they said, and I respect
And
their
we
opinion
standing
enough to
on it.
say,
You standing
and I
on
stand
it.
on
We
it.
standing
on
it.
business.
Right.
Okay, I love that. How far back are y'all willing to go? Like, what's the limit where you're like, all right, that's too old for us?
We stop at 90s.
Yeah.
I love
90s.
that.
So we got 90s to now. So when people are asking us about older artists or want to
Like
see older
James
artists,
Brown or like Tina Turner?
you know what?
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to have some type of boundaries, though, at some point, because you can't be all things to everybody.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
like we do 90s to now. That's the thing. One day, maybe, who knows? But
Right.
for
In
today,
a couple years, we'll dip back and be like, hey,
One or two. There's one or two, like Michael Jackson. He's technically.
yeah, and Janet. You got to dip
We
back.
did
for them.
Janet and Mike, but them like big dogs. So
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
So I'm glad you said that you can't be all things to everybody. So when
Yeah.
I met y'all
Mm-hmm.
and you guys asked What is your podcast about?
All right. Shout out to Anna.
Do you shout out to Anna?
Absolutely.
Do you remember I didn't have an answer for you?
Yeah.
Yes. I do remember the mumbling, bumbling. I was like, oh, okay.
But that's how it is. That's what a lot of
We
people
talk
do,
about
though.
topics.
Yeah, because you're probably
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah,
what,
it was-
what
I
exactly
said some
did you
bullshit
say?
like we talk about topics. Like, why would I say that? But that was the truth. We want to talk about shit on here.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
It was a lot that we talked about.
It
We
was
just
a little
talked
too
about
much.
A lot.
But it'd be like that though, because your interests probably lie in so many different buckets. There's probably a lot of
Yeah.
things that you are interested in, but it's just that when it comes to podcasting and content, you just gotta own one lane and just try to dominate that, try to master it.
Yeah. Go deep,
Yeah.
not wide.
That's
Yeah.
ooh. That's what our goal is now. Like now we want to focus, but it's thanks to you, the conversation I had with you guys that kind of triggered something in me or in us to say, let's get narrow when
Yeah.
it comes to
Yeah.
this podcast and shit, and let's focus on entrepreneurs, people that have a focus. Like let's get into what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Hustlers. So yeah, I want to thank y'all for that conversation.
Contentpreneurs.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
Contentpreneurs.
Oh, that's fire, actually. That is fire. And I had another thing. Who's your favorite artist right now? Like, who are y'all listening to? You said you didn't like the
Oh, you
Kanye
know what?
song that dropped.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing about that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. She hating on the vultures.
Yeah, I'm not into vultures. This is just not what I needed right now, and not what I need from Kanye.
Anything
you know?
Kanye, I'm not taking serious.
Yeah.
Whether it's fashion, whether it's music, it's just
Definitely not
You
fashion.
didn't order the
Not
socks.
about to have me
I got
walk
the
around
socks on the way,
barefoot.
man. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not.
Not happy.
I
think-
swipe for those. Let me get them.
I got the socks on the way.
I think anything Kanye is just like just trolling. Like you just
Nah,
doing,
that's true. That's a good point.
you just doing anything at this point. But
Yeah.
he's not in a mental,
No,
like a good mental
he's
space
not.
He
anyway.
may not be in a good mental space right now, and who am I to judge? I'm not his doctor, but I think he is doing a lot of things that he said he was gonna do. He said he was gonna charge $20 for his stuff. He wanted mass appeal and like mass distribution. He has it with Gap. He has it with his shoe line and all those things. So like he's doing what he said he was gonna do 10 years ago at least.
Yeah.
It just seems more manic because we know he has other issues.
I mean, I'm all right. As far as like that aspect, yes, I love that for him.
For sure.
However, like music, all the music sounds horrible. It's just anytime he speaks
hurts.
and he talks, it's like, what the fuck
All of
are
it?
you talking about?
Yeah.
Every single time he talks, and then it's like you can hear him making sense, and then it's like he just goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
But
Never
it's like,
mind.
yeah, it's just like some. But you know, like my aunt had suffered from a lot of the same mental illnesses that Kanye has. So I remember being young, and she's talking, we're having a conversation, and she just goes,
deep
it's
end.
the same shit, and it's
Yeah.
like it's not a focus. You're just not there. So it's like I can't really take you serious. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about
Plus,
here?
there's a lot of Kanye fatigue too. At one point in time, he was ranting at every show.
Some of the
was
in the
like-
beginning, the rant, I liked the rants.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
made
sense.
It made we
yeah, you were
understood.
feeling it. You were like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
didn't
that.
have to
getting
answer
crazy.
sway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now it's just like
Crazy.
Calm
I'm
down.
tired. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Kanye fatigue, that's a very good term. I like
redundant
that.
at this point.
That's
And
my guy though. He can do no wrong.
I could tell that's your guy because you just
Loves
like,
him.
"Dang,"
Yeah.
like you don't really want to.
I hate to root for him because he be doing dumb. He be saying dumb shit though.
Yeah.
I be hot about that
Slavery,
shit.
slavery was a choice.
Well,
Oh, go ahead, get into some things with his fire.
this
ahead.
is what he meant.
You want to get more context? Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Come on,
ahead.
apologist.
What did he mean?
I am
What
a
did he
Kanye
mean?
apologist because Cole said it way more eloquently.
Mm-hmm.
He said sometimes the mental chains are harder to break than the physical ones, and that's all.
Dang,
that's all
if he would've
Kanye.
just said
If he
that.
would have just said that,
That's not where
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
That's not where it was in life.
but if he would have said that, listen to "Snow on the
would've
Bluff" by
said
J.
that.
Cole. He said that on there. That's what he meant.
But how do we know that's what he meant? We don't know. Like we're not gonna know.
The
I
world
mean,
may never
When,
know.
when you put it in context of everything else that he had around that conversation, that's what I took from
I
it.
was so mad. I was just like, dang.
I was ignorant, and he also likes to talk in present day. And so anybody that goes, man, if it was me back then, I would have. Like, you
Yeah.
can't really apply present day logic to
Right.
slavery. It doesn't work like that unless you're a savage today.
Like what? How do you know what you would have did?
Like,
Like
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No,
Unless you
yeah.
just an all-out savage in 2024, then you probably wouldn't have been on that
no.
type of time back then.
you know, and yeah. I almost had another point about him, but it's gone.
Yeah.
But-
But you asked what we're listening to. I'm into the new R&B. I like Victoria Monet. I like Alex Vaughn. I'm into
Dope.
Muni Long's album. All the R&B.
Did she
chicks.
have a new album?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's still on PDA.
PDA. What's that?
Public Displays of Affection.
Oh, you're still on that.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
still
That's the last project.
Yeah.
because I
For
like
Muni
that album
Long,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, because she had put out a new single.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
a single.
What?
PDA?
No.
That's not a new single.
Was that the dance that went with the
doing?
single?
You know that dance that we do on TikTok?
The TikTok dance?
Nobody knows me.
No, that's
like
not
you
new.
do. Oh, that's not on.
That's on the album.
Was that
I
on
feel
PDA?
like it is. Hold on now.
Yeah.
Let me check my.
The way they
records.
put it out there was like it was
Is it?
new.
No, I mean, but a lot of her
Maybe-
songs have gone like
like-
the
Maybe
way
just
on
caught on
TikTok.
late.
I
Yeah.
hate that because I swear I be listening to artists' whole album.
On
When the
TikTok.
single
Yeah, I
comes
thought I
out
listened to the whole. I
for the
think.
video.
Hold on now.
Yeah, I
I
thought I
never
was.
heard this before.
We gonna find out.
It might be a Lucy.
I was just
She might
listening to
just
her
throwing that
today.
out here.
What's
But
the name of the
yeah.
song? Nobody loves me.
No, it's like
Made for me.
yeah.
Look, it ain't even on the album.
Boy, I'm about to say
See?
it ain't.
See,
Might
that's
be a
not on the
Lucy, it's a
album.
new
Yeah,
joint.
she's probably rolling out to
Yeah.
a
She
new
dope
album.
though.
What do you guys think
She's
of?
an awesome writer.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
my
Amazing writer.
god!
Yeah.
Like the pen be
shit.
penning.
Yeah.
She's a Virgo too.
You know, I don't know nothing about the signs,
I
man.
mean, is that what we doing?
I know my sign, but I don't know what it mean. I don't know my attributes when
What's
it comes to
your
that
sign?
shit. Aries.
They're both
Oh.
Aries.
Yeah. Our birthday like
Oh.
5 days apart.
Y'all get along well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we do okay.
That's great.
All right.
Well, that's great.
For sure.
Well, I want to thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate
Let me
it.
see if I had any more questions for y'all. I actually, if it was anything that y'all didn't want to talk about, and y'all was ready for the smoke. So I love that.
Yeah.
I love when they
for it.
come on here ready for the smoke.
Wherever you try to put us with the red lights, red light district,
Guys,
red light
hell.
special, hell,
Hell.
you know, Kmart special. No, it's a blue light
Kmart?
special.
Yeah. Damn, Kmart.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Kmart.
Not rest in peace. Okay, that should be it. All right, that's other topics for the next show. Okay,
For sure.
but I thank y'all for coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We
it's a
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all got the 1,000,000 views. Like I
Yes.
feel like I could just see it elevated. I see y'all like on Complex or like just it's just that vibe. Like you know what
Appreciate
I
that,
mean?
man.
Yeah, that's
Just
the
doing
vision.
your thing. So
That's the thing we was worried about, man. We was hoping that people would understand the vision when we put it out. And
Yeah.
stuff like that, some of the comments that people say,
it's
it seem
that
like they're picking
level.
up on it. Yeah,
like
yeah,
y'all got
yeah.
the fucking teleprompter. Like y'all doing big things.
4K cameras.
Yes,
Right.
it just looks very polished and very
Appreciate that.
professional.
Thank
Y'all
you.
got writers. Like y'all are not playing. So I just wanted to highlight y'all and just
Thank you.
let y'all know we fuck with it. We fuck with the
Thank
black
you.
creatives. Like,
Playtime is
Black.
over, man. We
Playtime is
can't-
over.
you know what I
Everybody
mean?
black.
yes. So go ahead, plug y'all socials. I know y'all started off, but go ahead.
QB Jane Q Public with a Q at the end, JaneQPubliq on all socials, and Culturalist Theory on IG.
With the
Yeah,
good
yeah.
vocabulary.
Follow me, Animal_Brown on Instagram and Twitter. For sure.
Oh, I need y'all personal pages. I feel like I don't have y'all personal pages.
We gotta get you that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We out here.
All right. Well, go ahead. Give me a gram. I was trying to do it
You know
last
I'm
week.
late
but-
to the pod. Hey, y'all remember me?
She ain't been here in.
Just the episode 2 maybe.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because, you know. But hey, Falange, my name's lafleur.xo on Instagram, LAFLEUR.xo.
And y'all can follow me at Kirk Valentino, KirqueValentin motherfucking O. Playtime is over, bitches.